Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. Open that up a little bit. I really appreciate it. That's Jacob Jay. Thank you, brother. And the NTZ crew. All my fourth quarter members. Thank y'all for y'all support. We had a pretty good live stream yesterday. I enjoyed that, man. That's the type of stuff we need to be talking about. Not each other. But I really appreciate y'all support. I know the football games are on today. What's up, Raymond? What's up, Jeffrey Taylor? There's Michael Beach of Life. I may be headed that way, man, because a friend of mine, he's leaving in February. And back, I guess, before Maryland got sick, I had said that we were going to take him to Bahal, Panglao, before he left. What's up, Roger? What's up? What time is it, Travels? All my old heads on here. Thank y'all for your support. I really appreciate it. Any new viewers and subscribers, join us today. Welcome. And anybody catching this on replay, the peso is 59.43. The record was set the other day, 59.44. I mean, that's high, man. It's high as I've ever seen it. But you know, we always have a topic. Today's topic is mind your own business. That's where the gold is. We're talking about mind in the context of mining, extracting valuable minerals and materials from a specific area, which is you. We're not talking about mining somebody else's business, because you ain't going to benefit from that. Just like this guy says right here, he says, Philly in the Philippines was doing some serious dick policing and gossiping with his viewers earlier today during his stream, especially about regular guy. Pathetic. Well, I guess that answers my question. Who's next? I guess they're going to come out the regular guy. I don't know, man. You know, it just... And they want you to take one side or the other. You can't give a damn. You can't just say, well, I don't give a damn. They want you either defending the guy or you persecuting the guy. And that's the Americans for you. But don't let none of this stuff surprise you, man. These are Americans making all this noise about this stuff over here. It's not like America sent its best to the Philippines. And that's what we're talking about. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up because you're not going to get a whole lot accomplished minding someone else's business. If you look at these guys, they're not doing any push-ups, no self-improvement. They need a lot of work themselves, but they too busy in your business to work on themselves. See, I'm talking about self-improvement today. I'm not talking about gossiping. All that is gossiping. But you know, it's Americans with that shit, man. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Okay? Honestly. We're the troublemakers over here. We're the shit starters over here, man. They on a witch hunt. And if you tell them you don't like it, oh, you defend them. No, I don't defend them. I just don't give a damn. It's none of my business. I was watching a great video last night, man, on the Philippines. It wasn't a video, it was a documentary. These guys need to watch that. Okay? Getting rid of a few vloggers you don't like is not going to change the Philippines, man. It goes way back to when the Spanish came over here. The problems are deep over here, man. Y'all just trying to make a name for yourself. But I ain't going to get into it. Yeah. You can't hit a bullseye, Brian Thompson, watching another man's target. There ain't no sense in you looking for that in some self-help manual or something. That comes from me. I know how important it is to keep the focus on yourself. I've got too much going on in my life, man, to be worrying about what somebody else is doing. I got too much stuff to work on, guys. this fast, it's getting better and better. It's getting easier. This morning when I woke up, I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even fight it today. And I'm going to talk about that, not today, but on the video, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being better. We're not talking about pulling somebody else down. That ain't going to benefit you. A lot of these channels are getting deleted, and it's Americans with this shit, man. What's up, Confident Voice Speaks? You know what I'm saying. Clean up your own damn backyard first. Before you come around my steps. Your backyard is filthy. You trying to clean up mine. They get on my nerves, man. I tell you, boy. They got nerve. I told y'all, somebody's going to get killed. Somebody's going to get hurt over here. These grown-ass men going around snooping in other grown men's business. Mind your own business. That's where the gold is. I'm not saying mind. I'm saying mine in the context of mining. They coming after people, man. They don't know nothing about the Philippines. If you think getting rid of a few vloggers off the landscape is going to help something, man, you guys need to go on somewhere, man. I can't lose any weight worrying about what you eat, okay? But this is what we're going to talk about today. What's up, TJ? You know, the benefits of keeping the focus on yourself. The first one, it says here, is self-improvement. We're not gossiping. It says, by concentrating on your own goals and values, you can identify areas for improvement and work towards becoming the best version of yourself. How you going to do that when your eyes is in somebody else's backyard? They talk about that hypocrisy all over, even in the Bible. You're going to talk about the speck in your brother's eye. You got the log in your eye. Mind your own business, man. Extract the valuable materials and resources from yourself. That's what's going to benefit you. That's how you're going to get better. That's why I'm on the fast. That's why I work out. I do my walking. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to make a name. They're just trying to suck up to the locals. The locals don't give a damn, man. They're trying to get by. Man, don't you know the documentary I watched last night, man? They talking about something like 60% of Filipinos are just trying to, you know, get through the day, man. Get enough to eat on a daily basis. And y'all over here with that shit, man. I told you that there's a lot more fish to fry over here. But, you know, they're going to take low-hanging fruit if you're going to give it to them. What's up, Paragraphics? Yeah. Knowing good and well they doing it. Everybody's doing the same shit, man. It don't mean you approve of that, what these guys is doing. But you can still say, man, you guys need to mind your own business. You know. He said, shine the spotlight on the next guy and you think that's the way to be. Yeah. It's pretty bad, man. And mostly Americans, we're really screwed up. Yeah, sweep around your own back door or your own front door. What's that song about Gordon Lightfoot? I used to like him growing up. Before you sweep around, man. Great song by Williams Brothers. Yeah. But we're talking about you're only going to get better if you focus on yourself. But the number one was self-improvement, personal growth, skill development. It says focusing on your interests allows you to develop skills and talents that can enhance your personal and professional life. Only by focusing on what you need to do. Okay? Mind your own business. That's where the gold is, guys. It's not in somebody else's life. You got one life to live. And can't nobody live it for you. You got to live it. But that's what they get off. They get off, man. You know. We're talking about self-improvement. That's what we're talking about. Then it's got, you know, when you're only focusing on yourself and not meddling, it improves your mental health. Okay, now imagine this, guys. Imagine you retired. You're in the Philippines. You're living a good life. Now all of a sudden, You want to start worrying about what other people are doing. What, you'll spend your time worrying about weirdos and creeps. You're never going to have any peace of mind. You're going to end up dying over here. What kind of vacation is that? What kind of retirement is that? If that's what you're going to do, you're going to focus on other weirdos and creeps. It says improve mental health, reduce anxiety. Okay, constantly comparing yourself to others can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction. Focusing inward can help reduce these feelings. I hope you haters and you self-righteous cocksuckers out there is listening today, because you listening, you out there, you trying to lump everybody into the same damn basket, because you ain't got no life. Focus on your own life. Some of you guys ain't did a push-up in years, eating slop sandwiches. But then you want to tell me about my diet. Fuck out of here. Now, I said it. It's getting pitiful, man. These Americans, man, I tell you, okay, stay away from a lot of these Americans, because America didn't send its best over here. I'm telling you that now. Okay, all you got to do is look on YouTube and come over here. You'll see America did not send its best. They're the only ones with all this bullshit. We trying to get better. We really trying to be the best version of ourselves. I can't do that going back and forth with you guys. Here I am on my walk. I'm minding my own business, and I'll be damned if my face ain't on another thumbnail. But enhanced self-esteem. Remember what the problem over here is? Low self-esteem. A lot of the guys who come over here suffer from low self-esteem. Well, if you mind your own business and extract some of that gold out of your own damn life, your self-esteem is going to rise. Valuing your own strengths and achievements can boost self-confidence and overall self-worth. No, but you worrying about me and what I'm doing. That's right. You got your own life to live. You see, I'm not worried about what other people are doing. I got my own shit to worry about. But it seems to me like they've got more time than anybody else. Because there's some pitiful ass people if you look at them. Like, dude, who the fuck are you to be talking about somebody? And what they're doing and what they're not doing? Who appointed you the morality police? Making everybody else's vacation and retirement miserable. I'm not going to look over my shoulders because I'm not doing anything wrong. We know who they are. We know who they are. Everybody knows who they are. And they're Americans, most of them are raised in America. It look like worrying about something. I'm 62. Okay, where else can you go other than this YouTube community? Well, you see 62-year-old men. These are retired men talking about beefing and fighting and stuff because they're not focusing on themselves. They've got sorry-ass lives. They need much improvement. But they too busy talking about you. Okay, here's something else. When you keep the focus on yourself, when you mind your own business, you make better, it says better decision making. Who doesn't want to make better decisions? It says clarity of purpose. When you focus on your own values and priorities, you can make more informed decisions that align with your true self. Remember, I can't lose weight worrying about what you eating over there. There's another one people say, what's the one about what you eat don't make me shit? Basically. Okay? We're talking about being better what times it travels, man. I'm not going to try to bring nobody down, man. Do you realize the problems that are around the world? But since we're in Philippines, the problems that the Philippine government and the people are dealing with, okay, real problems. Okay, they probably only dream about sitting around behind a computer screen worrying about somebody else's life. Meanwhile, drinking and eating whatever you want. You in air conditioned. You got a soft bed. Okay. You've had opportunities that a lot of people over here aren't blessed with. They've lost the battle before the fight even starts. And you're going to busy them with something that you interpret as being as taking advantage. You are taking advantage of the poor women over here in their financial situation. That's why you here. That's the only reason you got the wife you got. Let's be honest now. Okay. Less external pressure. Yeah, see, avoiding the influence of others helps you stay true to your instincts and desires. And stops you from getting your ass kicked. Your brain's blown out. Okay? You can't go, I've got over 3,000 videos. You can't go in any of those videos when I'm putting somebody down, turning somebody into the authorities, thinking I'm better than somebody else. Here's a good one right here. Here's a good one. Stronger relationships. Because don't nobody want to be around some old bitch. Always talking about somebody else. Instead of talking about what you doing. Oh man, look, I'm saving. I'm trying to buy this house. I'm trying to buy my first house. I'm trying to lose 20 pounds. I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life. I'm getting ready to get married. I just had my first child. This is the people we want to be around. We don't want to be around a bunch of grown-ass men gossiping. Healthier boundaries. Because there are no boundaries. These cocksuckers over here, they think they're big and bad enough to cross any boundary. That's when they're going to get hurt. They're going to cross the wrong boundary. But it says healthier boundaries. By prioritizing your own well-being, you can establish better boundaries that lead to more respectful, and balanced relationships. They don't respect you, man. You over here minding your own damn business. Okay? So the guy just said it, because I told you the video, I said the vlogging community over here is toxic. It's as worse as anything I've seen. These are grown men, mostly American men, starting the shit. And I put in the thumbnail, who's next? So I guess this regular guy, they're going to come after him and trying to ruin his life. And because I'm sitting here telling you that I don't like that kind of behavior, they're going to say I'm defending regular guy. No, I'm not. I just don't give a damn, but I don't like that, man. This witch hunt that's going on now. That's how they get their content. They can't come up with content. What did I tell you on the video? It's a bunch of them self-righteous cocksuckers walking around with selfie sticks, talking in circles. And when they run out of that, they start talking about each other. Okay? Okay, here's something else. More authentic connections. Remember, you ain't got no friends on YouTube, guy. You ain't got no friends. I wish they would ask me for an interview. Kiss my ass, all of y'all out there. Wouldn't dare interview with you backstabbers. It says, when you focus on your own needs and values, you attract people who resonate with your true self, fostering more meaningful relationships. The fourth quarter, the 8,000 Mile Club, okay, the Sunshine Shoulders support group. When people come over here, they say, man, it seems like I know you already. That's what we trying to do. Ain't trying to fight, man. Hey, what's up, man? They don't want to fuck with you. They don't want to fuck with you. 53 Shades Darker, okay? He says, what's up, my peeps? I want to have a boxing match for fun and entertainment. I would definitely sign up. Yeah, but see, then we'd be getting into some dangerous waters, because a lot of these people over here, man, they're not in enough. They may think they're in great health. You know, the liability would be crazy. But yeah, let me know when you get back over here, man, because I'm going to come down there, man. We'll go and eat at that new restaurant. What's the name of that restaurant over there? Yeah. Thank you, Raymond. But it says more authentic connection. Man, the people that I meet, we remain friends. The people that come to those meet and greets I have, those are authentic connections, man. We're not sitting there talking about each other. We're not talking about nobody else. We're talking about our own life. What are you doing? How long are you going to be here? Where are you staying? You know, what are you going to do while you're here? You going? Have you been to Boracay? There's a guy over here now from Kentucky. He's about 100 miles from where I live. He's going to be in Boracay this week. He wants me to come to Boracay. I may go. It depends on how Maryland's feeling. Yeah, the 8,000 mile club. But yeah, here's one for you. Put this in your pipe and smoke it when you mind your own business. When you extract the good from yourself. When you keep the focus on you and you cleaning up your own backyard. Increased motivation. Intrinsic motivation says, focusing on your personal goals can ignite a sense of passion and motivation that comes from within rather than from external validation. You clowns, worrying about other grown men. You want that external validation. Remember I told you that they're starving for attention. They're going to risk life and limb for clicks and views because they're starving for attention. Intrinsic motivation. See, I'm fired up, man. This is my 4th day of fasting. I'm learning so much. I'm following this doctor, man. And my whole life is changing 4 days, man. I haven't even had coffee today. And I'm fired up like this. Okay? It's not caffeine, man. That's a natural high. That's my body resting and healing and becoming its best when you're not eating all the damn time. Give your body a rest. Eating the bad stuff. Okay? But yeah, resilience, it says. An inward focus helps build resilience as you are less affected by the opinions and actions of others. Guys, keep the focus on yourself. I promise you. That's why I'm sitting here today. In May, I'm getting ready to celebrate 28 years of sobriety, man. No drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. I was the town drunk. But when I put the focus on myself and quit blaming people and looking outside for my solutions and start looking inward, man, my whole life changed. You're looking at a new man today. I'm not even the same guy I was. Okay? But when you worry about other people, you minding someone else's business, it's not going to benefit you. Whatever you find over there, it's not going to benefit you. Mind your own business. That's where the gold is. If you really want to be better, which is what I want to do, I'm going to keep on trying to be my best self until I'm no longer here. They won't know nothing about this, but this is going to help them right here. It's going to help you guys. Enhance creativity. Remember I told you that talking about other people, there's nothing creative about that. See, I don't be on here just talking, man. This stuff right here, when you look it up, it just verifies everything you say. There's nothing creative about that. One guy says it takes no talent. He came on here the other live stream. He said it takes no talent to be a hater. It takes no talent to worry about somebody else. Oh, let's get rid of the regular guy. Oh, he's such a bad guy. It's the ones you don't see, stupid, that are causing the problems. Okay? They had a guy last night on this, and after the video, after this live stream, I'm going to put the link to that video in my description. This young man, it's how bad some people have it over here. His parents told him, said, hey, look, they got 3 children. He got a sister and a brother and him. They said, look, one of y'all, we're not going to be able to pay for your education. So what he do, he's doing sex work at night and going to school in the daytime. Okay? Y'all ain't really trying. Y'all don't care. What makes me mad about these self-righteous clowns and these witch hunters, okay, is they don't really care, guys. They don't really care. They just want to drag you down. They just want clicks and views, okay? But there's no enhanced creativity with that. When you focus on yourself, I've made over 3,000 videos, man. Okay? That's creativity. It says free expression. A focus on self allows for more creativity and self-expression without the fear of judgment from others. He said, I can't even imagine. Believe it or not, I love LaChina. He said, I can't even imagine a drunk Calvin. In the program, it says, incomprehensible. You know, you can't even, when you look back on it, you can't even comprehend the shit you was doing back then. So I know you're right. I can't even think about it. What's up, Jews? But I don't see any more 65 and 70-year-old men sitting around talking about fighting somebody. Okay, a guy sent me a AI video about it was about romance extortion. Basically, it was about Filipinas who are already married getting you in a hotel, then the husband burst in. I said, dude, they're just creating content. That if that happened one time, it hasn't happened a million times. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. People are just creating content off of bullshit like that. They're just talking in circles like that. Has that ever happened? I'm pretty sure it has. But is that something you got to worry about? No. They don't have the creativity to, first of all, talk about themselves. 98% of my videos are about me and my experiences over here. If that rubs people the wrong way, then damn, I'm sorry. There's two people. It takes two to tango. It's not just me. They think that we're the only ones over here causing trouble. Okay? Two people are signing up for what's going on over here. And once you watch this video, you're going to see why the other party is signing up for that agreement. They want to make it look like you're doing something wrong. That they did something different than what you did. Okay, that they didn't take advantage of the financial situation of the woman to get the woman they got. America didn't send its best over here, guys. Look at the guys that are always talking about somebody else. Look at them. They need a lot of work. Okay, but it says unique perspectives. Because we're talking about enhanced creativity when you mind your own business. It says by concentrating on your experiences and thoughts, you can develop original ideas and solutions. Original. See, my content is organic. Okay, it comes from within. It comes from my experiences, guys, not somebody else's. I'm telling you now, mark my words, one of these guys over here, they're going to keep it up. They're going to get hurt, man. They're going to either get somebody in trouble or they're going to mess with the wrong person. And they're going to come for them. Okay, the next one is, okay, mindfulness and presence. Okay, it says living in the moment. An inward focus encourages mindfulness, allowing you to appreciate your experiences without distractions. I'm not worried about what you're doing over here, man. I don't care what content you're producing. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not on one side or the other, guys. That's why I got my peace. But it burns me up when I see these guys doing that. It's a witch hunt. That's all it is. It's not going to do any good. It's none of your business. It's not your responsibility. You're just trying to fuck up somebody's life. That's all you're trying to do. Y'all think y'all comfortable behind them computer screens. You're not. People recognize you out here. It's just childish, man. No, who's James? I'm not James. But yeah, you live in the moment, man. Like, enjoy today. We always talk about it. You don't know how much time you got left. Live now. Do it now. Okay? Do it now. Stop procrastinating. You're not going to live to be 1,000 years old. Okay? Quit worrying about what's going to happen 10 years down the road. Like a lot of these people who are trying to make these videos and stuff about these age gaps. Well, when you get 70, what happens when you're 70 and she's 30? Well, we'll cross that road when we get to it. I'm going to enjoy her while she's 20. Okay? I'm going to enjoy my life right now. When I go outside, the sun is shining. It's beautiful out there, man. I'm just so glad to be alive, man. Okay? I'm not going to waste any of my precious time minding someone else's business. When I've got all this, I'm literally sitting on acres of diamonds right here myself. We're going to talk about that because that's what happens when you mind somebody else's business instead of your own. Emotional awareness, it says. It promotes greater awareness of your emotions, helping you to process them more effectively. Who doesn't want all this? This is how you become your best self. I just put in there, I said, benefits of keeping the focus on ourselves instead of others. And all that came up. But how easy is that? It's very easy to do. Mind your own business. It's self-improvement, guys. It's not gossiping. He says, spend your energy on making yourself a better person. Don't spend your energy on haters. Don't drink poison and expect your haters to fall dead. Keep telling the truth. Yeah, this is all we're talking about, guys. Here's how I'm responding to people in my comments who have channels. Because they'll come over in your channel. Now, they've got channels of their own, but they're all in your comments. I said, look, if you spent more time on your channel than on mine, you may have some success. Does that make sense? If I'm always in somebody else's comments and critiquing their channel without working on my own, what sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense at all, guys. We want to get better. We want to get stronger. We want to become the human magnet that's going to attract everything that we desire in this life, man. You only go around once, man, but if you do it right, once is enough. Okay? They can't talk about this stuff, guys. I live it. So they talk about each other, or they talk around in circles. They're not giving you anything that you can chew on. I'm giving you stuff you can chew on. I walked from San Carlos City to Dumaguete. Did any of them clowns do that? Okay? Because I'm minding my own business. Not worrying about what they're doing. It's just a witch hunt out here and it makes me mad, man. But now that we're on acres of diamonds, did y'all follow that instruction? Okay? And go read that book? It's self-improvement, sir. He said, Sunshine Show, so what's your favorite type of business? It's self-improvement. Okay, but he says, I was talking about The Acres of Diamonds is a very powerful book. It's just a small book, really. And it really tells the same story over and over, but it gives different examples. And the moral of it is opportunity is everywhere. Okay, it says, well, let me give you the moral of it. It says that riches and opportunities lie within reach, within your present circumstances, not somebody else's, guys. And individuals have the power to create their own success through a positive mindset and proactive efforts. If you've never, the main story is about the African farmer who grew tired of tilling his land. It was rocky, it was uncooperative, man. And he was like, But he was looking out there and seeing everybody else getting rich, finding diamonds and everything, right? So he says, I want diamonds too. So he sold his land to look for diamonds elsewhere. He never found them, man. He died broke. Meanwhile, the guy who bought his land was watering his cows one morning and saw a funny looking stone in the stream. Took it and put it on his mantelpiece. A priest came by and said, hey, where'd you get that? That's a diamond. Come to find out, the farmer who wanted to be rich, who wanted, diamonds and money and everything, was living on acres of diamonds, man. It's a true story. And the same thing it is with you. But you, man, in somebody else's business. You the farmer in that story. Okay? The riches that you seek, material, spiritual, physical, is somewhere within your present circumstances, guys, if you just do the research. If you take the time to look for it. That's what this story is talking about, man. It's powerful. And that's what I'm talking about today. Stop worrying about other people. It's not going to get you anywhere. That's all YouTube is now. No matter what genre you in. These reaction channels. They're getting people's channels taken down and deleted. People are going to jail. Meanwhile, they're not improving at all. But here's what we're going to talk about in Acres of Diamonds. Because you need to read that book, man. I read everything I get my hands on, certainly if it has to do with self-help or biographies of famous people. It really turns me on. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes. How did you become who you became? You wasn't born like that. Okay? He said, start a business, mind your own, as Currency once said. Yeah, but see, people mistake mine, M-I-N-E, your own business, which is what I'm talking about, with mind your own business. They basically can mean the same thing, okay? But I'm saying this. I'm saying that there's a whole lot of positive going on with your life right now, but you'll never discover it. You'll never extract it somewhere else, minding somebody else's business. Oh, no, you called me James. I don't know what you was talking about. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I know everybody's watching the playoff games. Entertainment. Hey, what's up, Hollywood, baby? Wow, I didn't... What's going on, Thomas, here? Okay, who is this? Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Yeah, but he says the grass always looks green on the other side. It's real. Yeah, but guess what? Your grass can be just as green if you take care of it, if you water it, if you nurture it. Okay, this is what we're saying. But the Acres of Diamonds is a powerful story, man. Because all of us do that. Not the smart people. Okay, not the smart people. What's up, Cisco? But let's talk about what he's really saying. Because, Google broke it down. Opportunity is everywhere. It says the idea that wealth and success are often found within one's own environment rather than in distant or exotic places. I could stop right there. That's what he's talking about. The idea that wealth and success are often found within one's own environment rather than in distant or exotic places. See, I was successful before I came here, guys. I didn't run to the Philippines to become successful. I was already successful. I started reading this stuff and changing my life really in 1998, but really in 2001 when I started reading these books and practicing the principles and the laws and respecting the laws that are explained in these books. My wife, my American wife, should tell me all the time, those books don't work. I was like, yeah, you're right. If you don't apply the principles in the books, they're not going to work. I got to agree with you. But once we start moving up like the damn Jeffersons, she became my number one fan. Running out to the UPS truck to get the books. She used to complain. We ain't got the money for you to be buying them damn books. Honey, here's the books. Okay, I was the same damn person. I just started minding my own business. Extracting all the good, the resources, the valuable shit out of me. Not worrying about what other people were saying. He said one should look for opportunities in the immediate surroundings, as they may be more plentiful than expected. My success surely ain't gonna be in your house. Okay, it surely ain't gonna be on your back. Okay, it ain't gonna be in your backyard. We don't have a whole lot of time left, guys. We want to be the best now. We're not waiting. Be the best you now, today, right now, in these next 30 minutes or whatever. I can't believe, man, I'm so fired up. I ain't even had coffee. You would think I was on coffee, man, but it's this fasting, man. This is who I am. When I get excited about something, man, because they done pissed me off, man. Regular guy ain't fucking with y'all, man. Leave that man alone. If he's doing something illegal, the Filipino police and the Filipino authorities are very capable of handling him. But y'all running around here with this self-righteous stuff, man. It's pitiful, man. It makes me mad. Ain't nothing but these Americans doing it. They're all looking all through your stuff right now, seeing if they can find something. Okay? He says, as a minor, I wish I have known this. I'd be rich. What's up? But it's true, man. Stop worrying about other people's stuff. Work on your own channel. Work on your own health, your own life, your own morals. They act like they some type of morality police. They now it's put out there that I'm taking up for pro-life travel. No, I'm not. I don't give a damn. But I do dislike the fact that y'all witch hunting on people. Who's next? Now I guess it's gonna be regular guy. Remember I told y'all that it's only the guys whose channels are going like this or who are famous. They don't understand the smaller channels who are doing worse than regular guys, but they're not going to deal with them. Okay? They can't get a kick out of that. He said, yeah, definitely a great book. I even bought the audio version of it years ago. And you got to practice this stuff in your life. Okay? Otherwise, you just read the book. You're just like my wife said. Oh, those books don't work. Shit, we went from, I don't know how small the projects are. What would a project apartment be? What? 500 square foot to a 3,700 square foot house with a walkout basement, brand new convertible, brand new van. Okay, she had her own daycare just for me reading those books and following what was inside of them. Okay, extracting the minerals and the gold out of me, man. I was the same guy. I just stopped doing that negative stuff and started practicing more positive stuff. I developed a positive mindset. Quit blaming other people. Okay? Yeah, they don't forget about rule number 1. But yeah, opportunities everywhere. Personal responsibility. Okay, it's what this book is talking about. It's what I'm saying to you. He said individuals are encouraged to take responsibility for their own lives, not somebody else's. I'm going to be out here chasing you down, following you around, wondering what you're doing over here. and actions. Success often comes from hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to seize opportunities. But it all begins with personal responsibility. Here I am over there trying to put your house, put the fire out in your house, and my house is burning down. This is what's going on in the world, guys. I don't want you to do that. The third thing it teaches in the book is the value of hard work. But a lot of times we got to work smarter, not harder. You know, I'm from the Napoleon Hill train of thought. Men who work from here up, there's no limit on what they can earn. It's when you work from here down that they put a limit on your earnings. In 2002, I filed taxes on $8,938. I know the figure. I never forget it. The very next year, $87,000 when I start working from here to here. And I never earned less than that. No, $82,000. And it went up from there. Never earned anything less after that. Okay? The town drunk, the crackhead that everybody used to talk about. Her family, you should leave him. You're never going to have nothing dealing with him. Okay? But I started using this, guys. But he says Conwell, that's who, Russell Conwell, is who the author is. Guys, look, if you don't hear nothing else on the live stream today, get that book or the audio book or the Kindle and read it. And try to, mine something out of it that can help you today. It will. It says, emphasizing that diligence and determination can lead to success. Hard work is often the key to unlocking potential wealth and opportunities. Remember when I told you, people always ask me, well, Cal, how did you become successful as an insurance agent? I never quit. And that's usually what happens with most successful people. They never quit, guys. Hey, when does the Bears play? Yeah, diligence and determination. In the book, The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino, that's another great book that changed my life. He's got 10 scrolls in the back of the book. One of them is persistence. I will persist until I succeed. Okay, no matter what gets in my way, no matter the troubles and all that, I'm keeping going. I'm going to keep my eyes on the prize. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to persist. I'm determined. See, when you start acting like that, the laws of the universe, you activate the laws of the universe and they come to your rescue, man. And it cannot not happen. No matter what your goal is, as long as it's reasonable. But we don't believe in it. We always worry about what somebody else is doing. That's easy. That's punk stuff. Men have become so feminine nowadays with all that gossiping and stuff. Shut the fuck up and mind your own business. Because today might be the day when I wake up and see your sorry ass and be like, look, I'm tired of you people making videos on my back, talking about me and my family. So keep it up. Guy in Vegas, sick grandpa, Craig and Sabu and all the other guys making those videos. Keep it up. Okay? I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying, when's the day going to be the day? Okay, I hope you can handle it. But if you kept the focus on yourself, what did it say back there? You'd have stronger relationships. You'd have healthier boundaries. Y'all don't have any boundaries. You think you can put me and my family on your thumbnails and talk crazy about me and my family and get away with it? Well, you've been getting away with it. But the day's going to come. That's not a threat. Okay, so keep on doing it. But the day's going to come. But here's another one. Knowledge and understanding and learning. But I'm talking about mind as in See, y'all guys, y'all can't learn. Y'all can't learn. You got a closed mind. I just explained it to you. I'm talking about mind in the context of mining, sir. I mean, if you want to make your own live stream, go ahead. I'm not talking about mind your own business. Mine your own business. Extract the valuable materials and resources within yourself. Is it equivalent to mind your own business? Yeah, because both of them mean focus on your own life. But I'm talking about something different now. Okay, but you guys, you can't learn. You're too closed-minded. First of all, a lot of what my videos that I make, they're only for certain people. Because most of the guys who come over here, they're not trying to get help. They don't want any help. And you can't help them. There's a different type of expat that comes over here. And all you got to do is look, okay? I don't care. I'm just telling you. No, I'm not growing. It's just that I haven't shaved today. I did my walk and I took my shower and I forgot to shave. You know, I learned a long time ago that if you're going to be a speaker, you don't need a mustache. A friend told me, and he's a great speaker. Okay, he said, Cal, if you're ever going to, want to aspire to be a speaker, shave that mustache. Because I had a mustache, but now I ain't trying to grow a mustache. Because I can't really grow a good mustache. My hands are going to look, it's just going to look just like if I was to try to grow a beard, Cisco. Patchy and, scraggly. It's never gonna, look like a real mustache. Because, either on my mother's side or my father's side, it just wasn't a whole lot of hair. He said, the Bears play tomorrow. Oh, wow. I like the Bears, man. They got me excited about football again. I like the underdog, Okay, 5:30. Okay, yeah, that's CST. Okay. But yeah, knowledge and learning says, this is what the Acres of Diamonds is talking about. It says, education and self-improvement are critical. By enhancing knowledge and skills, individuals can better recognize and capitalize on opportunities. Well, you can't do that. Minding my business. See, you can only recognize opportunity when you're honed in on your own self. When all the focus, all your energy and everything is on you. Y'all not listening, man. Y'all don't care nothing about that stuff, man. I'm trying to help you, man. He said, Cal growing a mustache. No, not really. He said, some of us are very open-minded. You have to be, especially if you go 8,000 miles to live. Yeah, I didn't say everybody, but a lot of people who come over here, you're not going to help them, man. You're not going to get through to them. They don't want any help. This is the last stop for them, really. If they can't get it done here, they're doomed. They think the Philippines is the last stop for them. Okay, and the very people who are trying to point the authorities in your direction, they fit into that category. Look at them. Successful people don't make videos about nobody else. They just don't do it, man. Happy people, they don't disparage other people. They're minding their own business. I don't watch the stuff. The guy said that the vlogger made a whole live stream on regular guy. I'm not going to look at that stuff, man. I don't watch that stuff, man. I mean, who is he? Anyway, even if he did do it, I don't know. I didn't watch it. But who is he to do that? Okay, like he's some self-righteous guy that's got it all together. You don't have to do anything else but sit around and talk about everybody else. You don't have nothing to talk about, dude. Y'all better leave people alone. Y'all better leave these grown men alone, man. We ain't in our right minds as it is who come over here. And 70% of the audience would never step foot in the Philippines. They already know it for sure, 100% sure they'll never come here. The other 30%, maybe 10% of them will. But they may end up going somewhere else or whatever it is. But 70% of y'all out there who are edging these people on, you ain't got nothing to do with the Philippines. You just want the drama. He says, very true. Them books do change your thoughts a great deal. I got hip to the books Calvin mentioned when I was 16 years old after joining Amway. Try out multi-level marketing. Now, I don't worry about them because if I did, I would already be done crashed out. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm always focusing on myself. If not, I would have already crashed out, man. You know, it's just that you have to say something every now and then to let all the other wannabe trolls put them on notice too. That your day is coming. That's all. Because that's the only reason they do it. They see other people getting away with it. He said, Cal, don't pay no attention to them dudes. I seen one of them and his family. I walked right in front of him and he was crickets. They all talk just for views. You already know. He said, hey, grow. It ain't going to grow right, Cisco. Trust me, I've tried it, man, so many times. Now, if I would have had my barber here who can line it up, and I would think about it. But it just don't grow right. That's why I've got to make sure. See, I finally found the razor and the right shaving cream, and then, of course, the bump remover stuff. That I don't even get bumps on my face anymore when I shave because I can't grow a beard. He said, I was considering growing a Pancho Villa style stash. I wonder how the Asawa would react. What? Did he break his ankle in that game? It was a good game. Yeah, this is all I'm saying. 53 Shades Dark. I can see you're the type of guy, you got sense, man. You're looking at it like I look at it. He says, I don't condone any violence, but these guys haven't learned from the Vegas incident. One day they will push the wrong person and get caught. They need to stop. Okay, I'm just saying, man. I'm glad you see it the way I see it. I know I'm not crazy. Yeah, it is. It's the last stop. And they ain't trying to get no information. We were talking about what you can do and don't do on a tourist visa. And, you know, if you listen to some of these vloggers, you're only supposed to come over here and sightsee. They worry about everything else, everything that you... It's like, why would I want to spend my vacation or my retirement worrying about what people are doing? Okay, maybe he's crossing the line. Maybe he's breaking a law, but are the Philippine authorities even going to enforce that? You know, because they talk about all the time about, oh, you can't work in the Philippines, which is true. I can't get a job over here and go and work for Gaisano or SM or anybody like that on a tourist visa. I can't do it. Okay. Or an American company. I can't work over here. But working from the Philippines, that's a whole different story. Imagine if they tried to enforce that. How could they ever enforce that? All you people who are worried about YouTubers working over here, we're working from the Philippines. We're not working in the Philippines. How would they enforce that anyway, other than you getting the low-hanging fruit like me? How? Do you know how many digital nomads, which that's all a YouTuber is, a digital nomad. How many of them are over here? How could they track them down? How would they know who they are unless you pointed them in their direction? And you know very few. So shut up with that, man, your own business. Okay? Yeah, thank you. All of them. All of them, man. Not just my trolls. Those are the ones who, you know, who earn money off my back. I'm just saying that what is today going to be the day when I wake up and say I'm tired of it and crash out? They don't know that. Only I know, but because I keep the focus on myself, I've got, the mindfulness. Okay, I've got the peace that comes along with that. I don't let the external noise bother me. Otherwise, man, I'd already been crashed out. They don't even know me. They're just thinking they can make these videos. These guys like that, man, they're walking a very thin line, man. Okay, I'm sorry. They're walking a very thin line. And anybody out there that's doing is walking a thin line. Now this guy, Craig, in the Philippines, this guy's handicapped, guys. He done joined the fray. He wants to put my name in anything that has to do with regular guy and pro-life travel and those type of guys. Look, man, y'all better start sniffing somewhere else. That's not who I am, okay? I don't need to do that. You better put some respect on Sunshine's shoulders. I got women throwing themselves at me. I don't have to go out and take advantage of anybody. Thank you, okay? I got something to offer. But they want to put everybody in that. I'm sorry, guys. Don't do that to me. He said, "Can I have some of your pancake?" It's crazy. But yeah, this guy's got cerebral palsy. Now all of a sudden, any video, he's got my name in his mouth. Like, dude, I wouldn't even benefit any kind of way from dealing with you, man. But I'm just asking you nicely to stop, man, okay? I've been seeing him in different comments. He's making videos. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Booby can whoop him, okay? This is not crazy. I told you that America don't send its best over here. Some weird fuckers over here, man. I promise you. Okay, and it's talking about ethical wealth creation. It says the lecture promotes the idea that one can achieve wealth ethically and contribute positively to society. Success should not come at the expense of others. Say that again, Russell Conwell, who wrote that. Go see when he wrote this book. Years and years and years and years ago, decades ago, over 100 years ago. He said, success should not come at the expense of others. Instead, it should be pursued through honest means. On your own accord. He said, Cisco, you guys can direct messaging on the Discord. Yeah, I forgot we do have that Discord app. I just don't know how to use it. Yeah, don't support that stuff. Y'all know these guys aren't getting into nothing. Now, I was just shocked that I guess, regular guys are next. I asked the question, so I guess I got the answer. I guess he's next. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here today, guys, and talk a little bit about that, about being better, man, being stronger. It's never too late, man. Some of you guys think, oh, man, I'm 55 already. I'm 62 already. I've done all I can. No, you can't. Man, this fasting thing really opened up my eyes, man. I was eating too much. Eating all the time, eating the wrong things. I wasn't giving my body time to rest. Now that it's resting, just for 4 days, man, I've got more energy, man, than I've had in a long, long time, man. I'm fired up, guys. Okay? Yeah, he said I'm on the Discord. Yeah, we got a Sunshine Shoulders Discord. But I'm still new to it. He says, I can't wait for the next meet and greet so I can offer Cal my leftover neck bones with hot sauce on my plate. See, that's weird to me. when somebody offers you those half-eaten pancakes, and then you're going to turn around and call somebody else weird, man, that would cause some, instead of just saying, hey, man, just asking me, hey, man, do you want these pancakes? And let me say no. No, he got the damn plate up. Here, you want my pancakes? Fool, you better get back. It's a whole different way in asking. Like, hey, man, I'm not going to eat the rest of my pancakes. You want them? No, I don't want them. But you're going to try to force them on me. You're going to try to scrape them in my plate. Ask Marlon. She's in there. You think I'm lying? I'm not. Yeah, well, but what did they find, man? Okay, remember, who is they, first of all? And if it was the Philippine authorities, then they ought to be monitoring a whole lot more than him. Okay, this is the whole point of minding your own business. If he really was doing something, man, they would have got him. This isn't some kangaroo court over here. This isn't some lawless country. If you do something wrong, you see they got Vitali, right? And they got the other guy I was watching. They got another stream over here doing that old crazy stuff. They got his ass. Okay? But I'm just saying, they didn't drop the hammer, though. What, are you going to let the man go? Okay. Dropping the hammer would have been letting his ass sit in a Filipino prison for 9 months like they did Vitali. Okay, you see he looks like a changed man. If you've seen these prisons over here. Okay, if you've seen them prisons over here, they broke him. He's probably just happy to get out of here. Yeah, it's crazy. Ask me. Yeah, but I'm just saying, guys, the man, I don't know what he was doing. Okay, evidently it wasn't nothing for them to put him in prison like they did Vitali. Okay, it's all interpretation. He said they had been coming to his house on his own blog about a year ago. The thing that I don't like is because I know that all they have to do is file false allegations on you over here. And they're coming for you over here because it's the Philippines and because of the reputation and all of that. That's what makes me mad. When they run out of guys who they can't, just look at their video and say, oh, look at him. He's, in their interpretation, he's a creep. When they run out of people like that, they're going to start coming for regular people. Who's next? He said, Cal, do you know of David Campbell's death not long ago? He said, did you do a video on this? I didn't. But I heard about his death. Yeah. I mean, why would I do a video on it? I didn't know. Remember, I'm a man in my own business. I don't know other than, he had a problem with me when I said 18 to 80 blind, crippled, or crazy. I guess he thought I was talking about him. I wasn't talking about him. He's from the USA as well. Just curious, long time no see. Hello, chatters. No, I didn't. And I don't think anybody did a video on him. But I'm pretty sure they'll try. Remember, they're waiting for you to die, get locked up, beat up, or lose your life savings. You're the next story. That's really all it is. I don't make content like that. Now, if people tell me their story and say, hey, man, this may be able to help you, help you to help somebody else, yeah, it's a different thing. But I got so many stories I've never shared because they asked me, don't share it. They just talking to me, getting my 2 cents. Yeah, they're rough. It's more than rough. Okay? Compared to prison in America, it's torture. But that's what you get if you come over here. But let it be for somebody who deserves it. not on some accusation. They think, oh, if we say it enough, it's going to be true. You know. But I guess they made it. Uh, I guess they made regular guy the next guy on the list. I guess so. Now they'll have content. Leading up into if they ever do something or he leaves or whatever, then they'll have content. Oh, he got called, he's gone, and blah blah blah. That's how they make their content. It says right here, guys. Listen. It says success should not come at the expense of others. It shouldn't, man. But that's it. Some people don't have any scruples about that. They don't care as long as they get it. They don't understand. That's why they don't have a following. They might get views. They ain't got no following, man. They ain't got no following. People don't want to meet them. People don't want to be in their company. They don't want to do anything. Who wants to be around that? Because they have no boundaries. He says, I'm glad you pissed David Campbell off because I first heard of you watching their channel. Yeah. But I never had anything against him. And he started trying to do a background check on me and different things like that. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, well, what pissed him off about me? Because W Secret to Success said something one time. He said, Cal, people hear what they want to hear. Trust me, guys, I have nothing against these people over here. I mean, they're not that important, first of all. And second of all, it's not that interesting. Their lives aren't that interesting, and I wasn't raised like that. I'm over here I'm retired, basically. Hoping that Merlin gets well so we can go on our week to Boracay. She's not well enough. She's healed, but she still got some spots on her, and if you got a Filipino wife or girlfriend, you know how vain they are. They can be very vain. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. He said, why would anybody want to follow negative energy? Because they've got negative energy. There's plenty of other channels out there to follow. And you make a great point right here, because whenever you see one of those disparaging vlogs, you go in the comments and you see there's a lot of people who follow negative energy. But they can't, a lot of them, they want to put you all in the same basket. If they say pro-life travel, regular guy, they want to say my name. Guys, I don't make content like that. I don't have to do that kind of stuff like that. I know better. I wouldn't do it anyway. If my experiences over here rub you the wrong way, then just keep scrolling. I don't like everybody, but I don't troll anybody. I don't make videos about them. I don't speak disparaging about them. I'm just saying, guys, we need time to grow up, okay? Keep the focus on yourself. That's all. I walk every day. And sometimes I go to the gym. This year I haven't been to the gym. What's today? The 19th. I've been to the gym 3 times this year. But normally I was going to the gym about 4 or 5 days a week. But now that I've got my energy back, it's coming back. Man, I was eating, okay, and I know what it is. Because I'm focused on myself. I know what it is. It's the stress, man. It's the self-imposed stress. Going back and forth to America. Dealing with boobies, CRBA. It's not official yet. Just all that worrying, all that just self-imposed stress. Eating out all the time. The bad stuff. And it drug me down, man. I lost my mojo, man. I lost my mojo. Now, man, I just feel so much better. I did 18 and 6. I did the intermittent 18 and 6 the first 2 days. And these next 2 days I did 16 and 8 because I've been following this doctor. And he's, laying everything out. All these other guys, because he said, man, it's not a magic potion, and it's not. He's just telling you what happens. But what he mostly, of all his recommendations, what he mostly talks about is walking. It's very underrated, guys. And that's why, I was walking anyway, but I'm certainly doing it now. And this is the stuff I want to really talk about on my channel. If you come into the Philippines and you don't know anything about these women and dating and all that stuff, I feel sorry for you, really. There's so much out there, man, already. It's not a whole lot, okay? Here it is, okay? Women over here, the women on those dating sites, they're in a bad shape financially. They need help financially. And they're willing to entertain anybody 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy to get out of the situation they're in. But I can't explain that to you. It's not my business to do it, but I'm going to put a link in the description of a video. It's a documentary, and there's several on the Philippines. It's going to show you what life is like for a lot of people over here. But we don't have to keep talking about it over and over and shove it down your throat. There are some things that you need to know not to do. Don't open a business over here, I told you. Everybody doesn't know that, but it really is, guys. You don't want to do that. I don't care how good it sounds. More than likely, it's not going to work. And even if it did work, look at the stress. It's going to cause you a lot of stress. You got to hire people. Are they stealing from me? Can I trust them? You always worrying about your business. Is it growing? Am I losing money? Am I wasting my time? People didn't come over here for that. You either come over here on vacation or to retire. But I'll talk about stuff like that because YouTube is not static. YouTube isn't just, okay, you send your information out there and then one audience gets it. No, it's steadily evolving. People are steadily coming on YouTube. People are steadily coming into your YouTube universe because they'll click on Filipino P's video or Paul's video or Mike's Philippine Retirement video, and then it'll direct them. Some of my videos will start coming up. Okay, so when people say, oh, you talk about basic stuff, they act like that you're just talking to some set audience. You're not. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get off here too, Frank. But thank y'all so much, man, for all your help, man, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders. I was getting ready to say super chat, super stickers. I didn't get any today. I don't think I did. Not that it's required, but I always say that anyway. But I really appreciate y'all's support, man. But I'm going to talk about my fast tomorrow. I'm going to talk about it, man, how it's really got me going back in the right direction. But I never would have done that had I not been minding my own business, guys. That's where the goal is. If you're going to be successful, let it be from your own hard work and intelligence and ideas and creativity, not from somebody else, man. Not the expense of somebody else. Okay? I can't lose weight worrying about your diet. I can't hit a bullseye watching another man's target. It's impossible, guys. Okay? Take care. Peace, Johnny.